Hey guys, this is Neeta over here. I just wanted to tell one word with you today, and that is not one word, in fact, it is one story that I had heard maybe years ago, and it's a story about Thomas Edison. Yes, the legendary inventor Thomas Edison. What happened is one day, all his buildings, all his entire life's creativity just got burnt into ashes by a fire. Okay, what happened is a fire just set out, and all his buildings just on that night just caught fire, and all he could do was just look at it. Yes, because no matter how many ever people gathered, the fire just was so huge, it just engulfed the whole, his entire life's creativity. So all he did is he stayed calm, he stayed very composed, and he looked at his son Charles and he said, and that will really shock you. What he said is, go and call your mother. Yeah, go and call your mother and tell her to, if she wants, let her friends come in and let them see the greatest fire. And his son was like, what are you even telling and even thinking of? And at that point, what Thomas Edison said is really, really, really inspirational. What he said is, see, son, this had to happen. So all I can do now is learn where I went wrong. Where did the mistake happen? Where did the mistake happen, and why did the fire get so high? Right? So he was not looking at the bad side, but he was instead looking at, where can I still be, creative. Just look at that attitude. So all I want to remind you today is, guys, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are already a business owner who's really scared of this COVID situation, and all you can see and hear is that the economy is going upside down, people losing their jobs, whatever. Ultimately, what will happen to you is dependent on two things. One is what you say, and the second thing is what you remind yourself. Okay, if you're already feeling like you're on a verge of getting a heart attack, and you're all almost feeling like you're getting depression, then the only thing that's happening is that your mind is going on a negative spiral. Yes, your mind is whispering to yourself that everything is going to end, and you're just comparing yourself with others, thinking that you're going to be a total failure. But instead, what I would remind you is, just rush and look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that this situation is going to pass, and I and the creator within me is much greater than all this. And be very commanding, be very authoritative when you're looking at yourself and telling this in the mirror. Because when you tell yourself so powerfully, at times you feel so much of energy just by listening to your own words, that it can give you power. So what should we say? I usually tell a phrase from the Bible, and that is, when God is with me, what can man do to me? I just keep on repeating it until I feel like, yeah, when God is there with me, what can all these circumstances do to me? That is how I get empowered. I use my tongue, I use my own brain to empower myself. So you guys, we cannot always depend on our friends or maybe our mentors to keep on pumping ourselves. You have to do it for yourself at the most depressing moments. Okay, so all I want to tell you guys is, if you are a business owner, please do this. Okay, and stop watching the news for some time, because all you have to do is divert your mind into creativity at this moment. Because if you are using your mind into something creative, you are going to do something creative. And if you're going to take your mind to all the negative things and all the negative spiral, you're going to put your own health into trouble. Why do you want to do that? Okay, so always remind yourself that you have a brain that's God gifted, you have talent that's God gifted, that can do wonderful, awesome things. But all that matters is how you use your tongue, how you use your mind. Okay, so I just wanted to tell this to you guys today. Don't panic. Okay, everything is under control. Okay, so with that, this is Neetu signing off. Take care, guys, and please make sure that you share this with any of your loved ones who is right now going through a very tragic situation. Okay, so see you guys. Stay blessed and stay very strong.